Now in this short video, I want to show you guys how you can turn an folder into a Git repository and push it to GitHub, or create a folder and turn it into a Git repository and push it to GitHub. So let's go ahead and see how we can do that. So first of all, I'll create a folder using a command line cmd, and let me expand a little bit. So yeah, I'll go to my desktop first, and then go create mk. Let me expand r, make directory demo. Let's call this demo1, right? And let's navigate into demo1. Then let's open this folder in Visual Studio Code like that. So I have a folder. What I'm going to do is to create a dummy file, because if you try to push an empty folder, an empty Git repository to GitHub, it's not going to work, my friend. So you have to have something. You have to have a file, you have to have a commit, you have to commit something, and you cannot commit empty things. You have to a commit goes with something in it, right? So I'm going to create a dummy index file here, and I'm not going to put anything except the header, just like that. This is good for me. Now we can operate Git right from this environment. I want to show you how you can do it using the Git bash. So from here we can come back to, now we can close this completely, like shut it down. Then we can go to Git. This is Git bash. Now open Git bash, then expand it a little bit like that. Okay, now the folder we created, we can navigate to the location where it is. So first you need to say seed desktop, but if you put in a different location, you probably need to navigate that location, right? So seed desktop, then cd the name of the file, which is demo1, right? Then from here you can just say git, because we have we need, this is a folder, like just a normal folder, but right now we want to turn it into a git repository. So you say git init. Git init is a command that will initialize the folder as a git repository, right? So when you click enter, immediately it gets initialized, right? Now the next thing that you need to do is to add the files that you have in your folder. Whichever file, you can select some or you can add all of them. So if you want to select only one of the file or a few of the file, you can say git add index.html. Most of the times maybe we want to add all of the files, right? So if I say git add index.html, it's going to add that file, right? So if we want to see that we have a file, that our file has been added, we are tracking our file, we can just say git status, and right away we shall see that our file has been added, right? And it needs to be committed. Yeah, committed is when you say, now I want to push this file to GitHub, right? So I just want to clear everything from the screen and have more space so that I can show you something else. So right now I'm going to type a command that will clear the screen, and then I'll have to tell you another way of adding everything. So you just say git add, then space, then a period, and if you click enter, it's going to add everything that is in that folder, right? So from this point on, you can go back to your sorry guys, add another. Okay, yeah, this is where you're supposed to create. Now you can go to your favorite browser. I'm using Chrome. You can be using Firefox or Edge, another. Then go direct to your account, your GitHub account. If you don't have one, let me know. I'll show you how to create one. Then I think there are videos in this channel, in my channel, that demonstrate how you can create one. So this is my account, github.com, forward forward slash then Hamitex. So this is my my account, my GitHub account. And I can go to repositories. So because I want to create a new one, I can click on this plus sign right here. Right? Click on this, then say new repository. Then it will take you here. This is where you give the name of your file, you give repository, and remember that this name should be just as short as possible, and of course should not be too long. Very descriptive, very short, but not too short, right? Not too short, not too long, because if you try to chain it like this, GitHub is going to link them with this hyphen. And remember, if you have something that's hyphenated, my friend, if you're going to type the name of the repository, it's going to be hell, right? So you need to keep it short and cute, right? So after that, just don't change this one. Don't change this one. If you put it private, you're going to get some issues. Maybe you'll be asked to pay for it, right? And don't check initialize this repository with README, because this file is going to create conflicts that are going to, when you're going to try to push, you're going to get conflicts, and when you get into conflict with GitHub, uh, especially when it's your first time, you're not going to like it. So don't check this one first, right? Just go to this green button right here that says create repository and click on it. This is all you need to do for now, and then it will open this page right here which has the command. Now I want you to ignore this one and this one now, and remember we actually did this command, only that we didn't add this file. In our case we added the index.html that we created, right? For this one here, they're creating this file and adding it right here after initializing the folder. So for in our case, we initialized the folder, then added the index.html. What we need to do next is just to have this command, right? You can copy paste this one or just type, right? So I prefer typing because typing is a way of learning. Then sorry, I don't know if that's true though. So then that flag, then we have first, no, we can say the message. I will say the message can be anything, but it should be descriptive enough to back up what you're doing. Maybe if you're creating a button, you can say created a button. If you're creating a dolly, I don't know, you can say what you're doing in short, simple one, simple English, right? Or whatever language you're using. Then click enter. So -m is a flag that shows that you're trying to send a message, you're making a comment. Then enter, you will receive this message. Uh, you don't need to read it unless you did a mistake and it's kind of red and it's giving you a warning. But you can read it though, yeah. Then go to the next line if everything's running fine. So this is the brain. This is what is linking our Git repository in our local machine to a remote storage on GitHub, right? So that when we make a change, for instance, in our index.html, we can easily synchronize that change with our file in our remote repository simply by pushing the changes to the online repository, right? So What links the two or what facilitates that change is this link. This link right here, this is the master now. So we can just paste it right here. This link is very important. And remember, in most cases, you cannot have to follow, two Git repositories sharing this link, right? Because that will be chaotic. So just click enter and then pick this one now, which is the last command in our chain of commands. Right click and paste. Well, you can type this in, but there is a high chance that you can make a mistake, so you just better copy it and paste it, right? Then the last line, click enter, and magic will happen in a few seconds. As long as you're connected to the internet, you have a good internet connection, this is going to run and going to receive a message. This message can be long depending on how many files you're adding. So right now we have everything up and running, and we don't need to do anything more. So we just need to go back to you can go back to GitHub, and if you want to know this is good, you want to see if everything just came here, like did the magic happen really? So what you can do, let me try to increase the size of the screen, maybe like this. So the magic that you need to do is, if you want to confirm the power of the magic, just reload this page, and yeah, there we go. So right here we have the file, and you can see we did it like approximately 3 minutes ago. So we have everything here, and this is your repository, just like that. So let me show you when you are working on your file. This guys is the bonus, right? Because I already showed you how you can create a folder or turn a folder in your GitHub a Git repository. So right now, I just want to show you if I'm going to add. Right now, I'm going just to add a little bit of this is uh, just some dummy text right here in a paragraph. Then I'm going to add as a lorem 50, let's say, for instance. Let's save it. So immediately GitHub will show you that there is something that is happening. You have a change in your file. There is a modification. You see M? Yeah, it shows that there is a modification in your file. So VS Code has simplified the way you can work around. So you can click on this and just put a message here, a commit message, and click on that this icon, and everything is done. It will be updated immediately. But before then, before this feature came around, you had to use the terminal right here. So you have to go to terminal, and yeah, it happens with Git. When you have integrated Git Bash with your integrate terminal, you have Git in your VS Code. It will show up right here, and then you can say git add that file or everything. Let's add everything. Then git. Now you just need to say git commit. Now you're committing. Then you say the message. Maybe you say the second. This is the second commit. Then just enter. Then you say git push. That's all. Now you see a message right here that is telling you something. Let's see if everything goes well. As long as you have a good internet connection, this is going to run 95% of the time. This is going to be cool with you. So immediately you do that, you see the change disappears. Okay. So I'm going to show you another way, the easier way now. The easier way. Let's say. Let's just kill this one. Now the easier way, if you have this feature, you just click on this, come here, say third third commit. After that, just come here and click on this icon and you'll be prompted to say yes, and that's all. After that, come down here to synchronize the change. You have to click on this one will push and pull. You saw we say git push. Now you just committed, but you need to push and pull. So you click on this icon right here. So you okay, and now that one will push and pull, and everything will magically. This is not magic though. There's a lot of algorithms working here, right? And that's the magic anyway. So we made some changes, and just as you can see, our last change came in at this time and it was labeled initial commit, but we made two changes right now. Let's see if they are reflecting. So what we do is to reload this page, and then let's reload it again. Oh yeah, we have the third commit. So as you can see, we've been told we have three commits right here. So if you click, you can see you have this one, and this one. So I've showed you guys how you can create a folder or turn and folder in a Git repository, then link it with GitHub, make changes on the file in your Git repository, then push the changes to GitHub. So thank you, and let's see each other in our next video.